my name is Gloria Calderón Kellett. I am the executive producer, creator, and showrunner of With Love. And my mantra is, if you can't see it, be it, so someone else can see it. And that really comes from my time in Hollywood, where when I was coming up, there were not a lot of women, and definitely not a lot of Latina women who were doing what I wanted to do. And so I thought, well, if I don't have one role model, I will compile many. And then if I make it, then hopefully I can be a role model to someone else. So that's kind of how it all came about. And now there's so many more women in Hollywood that are doing this, so many women of color that are creating their own shows, and it's a really exciting time. Yes and no. I knew I wanted to be a storyteller, but I didn't know what that looked like because I didn't know writing was even a job, directing was even a job. I knew acting because that was what you see on the screen. So when I first came to Los Angeles, I thought, oh, I want to be an actor. And then the more I got into the industry, the more I was frustrated by the lack of roles for women. And I decided to start writing my own. And then as I started writing, I found a new joy and a new way to express myself. And then when I got on sets, I saw what the director was doing and I thought, oh, that seems really interesting too. So I started directing, and now directing, writing, producing, and acting are really what I do. And it kind of blows my mind that I get to do all of that. It's awesome. I think the thing to know about the industry is that it takes time, especially if you don't know anyone there. I didn't know anyone. My parents knew nothing about Hollywood. I grew up in Portland, Oregon. So it was all a mystery to me. And I think that a lot of people come to Hollywood and they're like, I'm gonna give it 6 months. And you gotta be committed to this like you would be committed to becoming a lawyer and putting in a decade, or being a doctor and putting in a decade. This takes a decade, in my case, decades. I started in Hollywood when I was 22, and now I'm 46. And I have the life of my dreams now, but it took this long, and that's okay. So I think this next generation is so exciting because there's so much talent, so much energy, but give yourself the grace of time. In that time, you're gonna learn so much, and it's okay. You don't have to be defined by what your job is right now. The journey is just as important as the destination. Oh gosh, I would like my legacy to be creating spaces for people that have not traditionally gotten to be in those spaces. I think that there's a really exciting thing happening in television right now where people who haven't always had the story centered on them are starting to be the face of their own show. Those are the shows I'm most interested in right now, are seeing a different point of view, a different person from a different culture sharing their story and what their journey is. And I think the more we create space for that, the more it unites us and allows us to really see how much alike we are. And in these very divided times, those are the stories that make me feel connection. So I hope my legacy would be that I contributed to that I contributed to the building of bridges with my work. I hope my mantra has inspired you today, and that you know that every part of this journey is an amazing part.